here we go. Bar Fantasy Football. We got the podcast going. Bar Fantasy Football. Bar Fantasy Football. All the information flowing. Bar Fantasy Football. We got BTR, Commish, Rifle, and Huey. Soaring no lineup beam. WT. Sold our pant loads and our current champs. The Moppers. It's Bar Fantasy Football. If you love this game, you will sure love Bar Fantasy Football. Good luck to all.
And here we go, Bar Fantasy Football Podcast, Season 6, Episode 11, Take 2. We're down here in the BARFF studio dungeon. I'm Brian the Commish, joined in the dungeon by the best co-host in the business and owner born to run. Walt's here. Walt, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great.
All right. We're going to talk about Week 11 preview, Week 12, and we are going to see if we can't sort out some playoff implications that we have as we head into Week 12. An amazing slate of games in Week 11. Walt, where do you want to start talking about Week 11 action?
Let's talk about what I would call one of the biggest upsets in the league. We had Huey and the Rifle coming out victorious.
Yeah, this place team taking on the first place.
We got juice, baby.
All right, and it's 94.3 to 72.25. Uncharacteristic power outage for Huey, and the Rifle takes it. How did it happen?
I'd like to know how it happened because, the Rifle, 94 points. You're going to, going into this, you're going to say, that has zero chance of beating Huey Lewis, right?
Right.
But, I mean, it was just a really bad week for Huey. I mean, Herbert, 4 points.
Yes.
And then, Quentin Johnson, again, you'd say to zero. Did he play? Yeah, I checked because I had him in another league. He played.
That's gross.
So, not an injury. J.J. McCarthy had trouble getting the ball to Jefferson, so that wasn't good. Kyle Pitts did nothing. The Atlanta offense was inept.
Right.
Lost points with the Bucks, so it was just a horrible week. And then on the flip side, not that the Rifle was ripping it up, but to the Rifle's defense, Jacobs did get hurt, and he went out early.
Right.
And he had a good week from Debo and Kittle, so he had solid weeks from those guys. So I was shocked when I saw that. I really was.
Yeah, it's not something that you expect, although the Rifle has been on a tear of late.
Babe Ruth of BARFF said he's winning them all.
It's good to see. Huey can afford the loss. I will say can't afford too much from this falling apart Chargers offense. Herbert has not been doing terrific lately, and the entire offense seems to be struggling.
Yeah, that line again.
Yeah,
and and again they've had injuries at the running back too, but the line can't really open up holes right now.
Right.
Yeah. So, he's getting killed.
Yeah, you can't really hold too much hope for your team to be a success offensively when you're missing. I think they're still missing both tackles.
Yep.
And other injuries along that line. It's not a great situation for the Chargers, and that will drag Huey down. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of tied to that Chargers offense.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, that's been holding them, throughout the whole season. Johnson and Herbert. You had both of those guys. They've been performing really well, and when you get a 0 and 4, from those two, that's a killer.
That is brutal. But congrats to the Rifle for picking up another win.
Good for the Rifle.
And they moved to 3-8 on the season. Huey Lewis falls, if you want to say, they fall to 9-2, still 100% playoff.
But a 2-game losing streak.
A 2-game losing streak.
Not what you want to be doing at this time of the season.
The playoffs. Absolutely not. What game do you want to look at next?
Well, I'm waiting for Tony to put in the chat his team stinks. But let's look at the Beans, kind of overwhelmed by the Soaring Eagles.
Soaring Eagles, who are a surging team, moving to 8-3.
They sure are.
Take out the Boston Beans. Beans fall to 4-7. This is a 137.15
lopsided
beat down.
It
to
was
a
lopsided.
94.55 for the Beans. What happened in Beans land this week?
It just... I mean, not a horrible week, I guess. I mean, Etienne had 19 points. That was amazing. But, what killed them once Jamar Chase spit in whose face was it? I forgot. I can't remember.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I mean, goes out early. That's a killer. You had your best player on your team, and he's gone. That really sucks.
Yeah, you can't have it.
No.
We did a Things I Hate show earlier in the week in the Wednesday waiver show, and in both shows I said, what is with the spitting this year?
I know.
What is happening? The team loses a player like Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Yeah, like
the
worst timing for Beans to lose, like I said, their best player on his roster.
Yeah.
So that really was unfortunate. And it's a double whammy because he loses them this week because the NFL upheld his suspension. So that really sucked.
Yeah, Coos 30 is quiet on this front, but Sox fan 7687 weighs in with the Bean stink. So we have an assist. Sox fan picks up the apple on that one.
And then the Eagles, man, we got to start talking about them as potential.
Just potential. That's a surging team.
Right. I mean, are we looking at the championship team right here?
It could be. I mean, top to bottom. Josh Allen doesn't have a supporting cast. I mean, let's face it. Cook hasn't been what he was purported to be, and none of the receivers are stepping up. And somehow Josh Allen just scores all the touchdowns himself, and he looks like a player that can get you over 40 every week.
I agree. I think if he decides to run, he can get 40 every week. Because I was like, this is unbelievable. I've never seen a performance like that.
Yeah.
A guy rushing for that many TDs and passing. Right. It was, and he still had 47 points with 2 INTs.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's an amazing
That is an amazing. And Gibbs looked good. A-Chain, again, great.
Right.
The receivers, I don't know. I mean, I guess we've said it before. We'll say it again. That's the Achilles heel of the Eagles.
Sure.
I mean, Metcalf is Metcalf. You're not going to get 40 points from him.
Right.
Devontae Adams, he's been really solid, so that was kind of a little underperformed. Thank goodness he got that touchdown.
Right.
And,
But he can get picked up by the bottom of that lineup sagged for this week for sure, but the top just
it was top heavy. So, yeah.
He's well over 100 points in his top 3 players.
Right.
So that's what you need.
And, you got 137 points, so you can afford to have DJ Moore get you 3 points when you get that.
DJ Moore, concerned.
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
He keeps them in there, though.
He
But
does.
you know what? Why wouldn't you?
No,
He's won 6 in a row.
You're making the right decisions
Right.
no matter what you're
Why
doing.
are you tinkering with that?
Soren's making the right decisions for sure as they surge to continue second place at 8-3.
Yep, we got to watch out for them.
Absolutely. Where are we going next?
Well, since I know Sox fans on, why don't we get to this game? You never know what Sox fan gonna run off and do.
He's a
elusive guy.
He's a busy fan
or woman. I'm not sure. It could be either or.
So we've got another Civil War game. Worst team ever taking on Sody Pantloads. This one's always fun. And in week 11, it's worst team ever taking 144.55 to 121.15 victory over the Pantloads. Tell me about this game.
Yeah, worst team ever, man. Getting hot.
They are. This is no shrinking violet this one.
No.
He's walking tall.
He is walking tall.
Walking tall. He said that he's going to win out, and then he rattles off 3 straight wins.
Yeah. It's like, Kelsey is, the reemergence of Travis Kelsey and 24 points.
Yep.
Kyron Williams, you got to love him. CD was good. Drake London, great, a nice week out of him, although, he's doubtful this week, so that could be concerning. But, yeah, that was, awesome week. Sody, not a bad week.
Yep.
Again.
You can't complain about 121 points. That's enough to win.
We could look. He would probably beat half of the other teams, I bet, in the league.
Right.
But he starts Devontae Smith, who...
Talk about the Chargers offense. Look at the Eagles offense.
I know. Dunze... we said ride or die. He went on the ride, and 6 points.
Yeah.
So, I must say, it seems like Sody can lately he's just not put the right combination in, and I feel bad for him because that's so frustrating when you're trying to pick the right guys to be in the lineup. So he might be looking good though. And Bucky Irvin looks like he's gonna maybe play this week, if not, or next week. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Sody, you can't, sleep on Sody.
He's got the chance to turn it around for sure. He's on the cusp with 5 wins, but knocking on the door with 3 weeks left.
But again, going the wrong way, another 4-game losing. We got some impressive losing streaks.
The streaks right now are both ways. There's some impressive streaks. We'll talk about that when we get to standings, but wow, people are not going up and down this year at all. It's one direction.
Yeah.
One direction.
We're on the feast or famine here.
We
it's like...
are. We are.
So we could talk about our game next.
Okay, this one can be quick because, wow, what an ugly game this was. Born to Run absolutely destroys Knuckleheads, 147.1 to 107.45. Knuckleheads, again, struggling to score points. Tell me what you thought of your victory this week, well earned.
So after pod, I was riding home and listening to the Patriot game, and I pretty much felt Trevion Henderson could about had 100 points. They didn't take him out.
Yep.
They fed him the ball. I think there were like 3 ankle tackles that prevented him from going to the house.
Yep.
He had another touchdown that was called back.
Yep.
So when I got home and saw he only got 32, I was relieved. I'm like, because to me that could have been 60 points easily.
Yeah.
I was
Absolutely.
like, I could not believe it. I actually had to shut the radio off because I was like, I can't listen to this.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
It was a good game, but that was the only one.
Well, yeah, and then I got to tell you, I was really shocked the way St. Brown against 6 against the Eagles. I had never in a million years I thought that was going to happen.
No, me neither.
We were talking about Flowers. We were a little worried, what kind of game that was. I mean, decent 11 points,
Yeah,
but
that's what he's good for
Right,
this year.
right.
He's going to get you 12 points.
But St. Brown not doing much. Dobbs didn't really do much. Johnson not much. So yeah, that's what. And then of course on the flip side, Pickens looked ridiculous.
Yes.
I know when I had, I was a little worried Stafford only got 15, but when Jameson Williams got 19, I'm like, okay,
It's looking pretty good.
It's looking pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Monday night I thought it was gonna be pressure. I was not stressed at one iota.
Yeah. You needed, I think, 25 points between 4 players, and that was a guarantee.
Yeah.
No,
and then when I saw how wide open Pickens was getting, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be good. So I must say, I am pretty happy where my team is right now. I got guys back. I got Benson that might come off IR soon. So
could be very soon.
Yeah.
Could be
maybe this week.
or
right?
next week.
Yeah.
This week possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm on a decent little winning streak, and I got to my 6th win. So one more.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, Born to Run at 6-5. Knuckleheads fall to 6-5, and it's not. I tell you, 3 weeks left. Not feeling secure in Knuckleheads land. Not feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, you're only on a 2-game losing streak, which is
not the
low
time.
for this league. But you're right.
Not the time for it, for sure.
And now we got to talk. Ugh, I almost hate even talking about it.
Yeah, Whopper Moppers and no lineup needed. This is a game where we can once again talk about streaks because Whopper Moppers lose their 7th straight to fall to 4-7 as no lineup needed beats them 102.85 to 99.1. Tell me about this game.
Well, it's disheartening to watch that intro and see the Moppers, Tom, all smiles. I don't know what that would look like right now if we got him in the intro. I just don't understand. Like you said, the Chargers offense, very woeful, but only 3.2 points. But, Nico's been really solid lately.
Yeah.
Puka's, I feel that's kind of a down week, 14 points there. But Mahomes has been sliding lately. Hunter Henry's not really, he's like 10 points max. Franklin, that's a nice find he's got on there.
Yeah.
But, again, what's his, ceiling going to really be, right?
Right.
And then, no lineup, just squeaked one out. This was surprising. The one, Lamar only getting 6 points. That was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
How low. And same thing, again, another Charger, McConkey, 4.3. But, what bailed them out was probably the guy that maybe some of us should have drafted earlier, Christian McCaffrey.
CMC looks like his old self.
He does.
A 35-point game this week.
Yeah.
And, he loves to have him. Lamar Jackson, that's I mentioned the Things I Hate show that we did earlier in the week. Lamar Jackson and Justin Herbert combined for just over 10 points. Combined.
Yeah, who's predicting that one, right?
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You're powerless in the face of this fantasy football sometimes.
Yeah, right. You're literally powerless. You're just sometimes, no matter what you do. So no lineup, which was rolling up big numbers. I mean, that was a squeaker. They were fortunate to get by, honestly.
Oh yeah. This was a pretty tight game. I did not get their graphic up. I'll do that in 1 second. But yeah, this was the squeaker of the week, I believe. And
yeah, Ferguson basically won it for him with that one touchdown that he had.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, when you're, we talk about playing no lineup this time of year, and they are going to find a way. Usually it's as a sledgehammer, but this time they squeaked one out. But they are still moving in the direction that you want them to go, and that's what you expect.
Yeah,
from
and you can ride McCaffrey's back too.
Absolutely.
Like years when he's had years like this, people have won championships because of him. So
yep. And Lamar Jackson. Yeah, it's been rough in Baltimore this year, but he's going to be in desperation mode, so maybe he'll do a little Josh Allen and try to do it himself. That would only benefit no lineup.
Yeah,
so.
And Cleveland's D's been pretty solid. So, that to me was kind of a tough matchup.
Absolutely. We got some more chat. Nick, KB3PT is weighing in on the beautiful logo that the Beans created. I agree. We'll have that back up on the screen when we talk about Week 12. Sox fan 7687 weighed in Sodi's favor. It's Odunze's fault again, and it being Odunze's fault is a pretty common theme this year, so we can't argue with that.
So is it his fault that the owner that has him keeps putting him in the lineup? I mean, do you blame the player?
I mean, sometimes these fans, they can be influential. You got to keep your fan base happy, and else they're not going to buy your merch.
Right.
So, Sox fan also weighs in that sources tell me that Sodi is interested in Amon-Ra. Well, we're getting close to the trade deadline, so better pony up there. That's going to be a hefty price right there. All right, so hold on. What do we got here? Anything? No one going on here. Okay, so that keeps us up to date with the chat. That's Week 11 in the books, and let's take a look at the standings because these games, especially, they had such great implications. It's turning into such an amazing, tight final 3-week stretch as we go through. Maybe we're not going to look at the standings. So let's start at the top because it's just easy. Huey Lewis in the news. Yeah, they're not trending in the direction that you want them to be right now, but at the end of the day, they don't need to be. They can autopilot their way.
That playoff percent's at 100.
It's at 100. So you can't do better than that.
I think I'd be okay no matter what happened at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But his point total, interesting, which at one point looked insurmountable that anyone was going to catch him on no lineup, just surpassed him.
Yeah.
For a total point. So
yeah. No lineup has been scoring points in bunches. They just haven't been able to get breaks. So that's why they're not way up at the top also. But pulling in second place right now, and you cannot deny this, we talked about it earlier, this streaking team, Soaring Eagles, 8 wins right now, and this amazing winning streak. Also a
beautiful 100 score.
100%
Yes. Yeah.
on the percentage, so they can sit back right now, riding this winning streak to second place and being in a terrific position heading into the playoffs. Pulling in at 6-5 is no lineup needed, and yourself, Born to Run, and then there's Knuckleheads pulling in as the weakest 6-5 team in the league. Sodi Pantloads is hanging tough at 5-6. Let's talk about these 3 teams right here.
Yeah.
Boston Beans, Whopper Moppers, worst team ever. 4-7, 3 games left. Do you see one of these 3 rising over the others?
I mean, you got to say, out of those 3, worst team to me bubbles up to the top of those. Okay. Just based on the losing streaks, the winning streak. And, overall, I mean, worst team ever is putting up points. I don't know. I put them ahead. Now,
I am not arguing with that at all. Worst team ever. The fact that they had the courage to call, we're winning out. And I think Rifle threw a same sentiment, but you don't really expect it from WTE.
No, the Eeyore was gone, and maybe he'll learn from this, that manifesting, winning, and it'll come true. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I think this week really changed a lot. I mean, I don't know what no lineup was before this week, but 95% now. But really the most telling part is Sodi at 5-6. Only a 1-game lead, but if you look at Knuckleheads and me, we actually got a 2-game lead now for that last playoff spot.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It feels way better than it did where we were sitting last week.
Yeah, I agree. Although I still don't like.
You're not loving where
I'm not loving where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm still struggling to score some points, and I don't want to squeak into the playoffs because I have a win that was a 79-point win, and it just feels so hollow to me. I don't want that to be what gets me in over somebody else. I'd rather be worst team ever, banging down the door.
Right, coming in.
He's got a 5-letter business card, WTFU, and he's handing them out to everybody. Here, you have a card. He's handing them out like Oprah.
I love it.
So let's hope that continues, and these are shaping up to be an incredible slate of games coming up over the next 3 weeks.
I think that last playoff spot is gonna come down to the wire.
It'll be the last 3 weeks, I think. Yep, that's pretty impressive. Let me see if I can get, just so that the viewers know what we're even talking about. Let's see if I can get that up. So here's our standings. We'll drop us down a little bit here just so that people can see what we're doing. So Huey Lewis, Soaring Eagles, No Lineup Needed, Born to Run, Knuckleheads, Sody Pantloads, the Boston Beans with their beautiful logo. Nick, you're absolutely correct. It's a thing of beauty. The Whopper Moppers, Worst Team Ever, and the Springfield Rifle. That's what you have for your standings as we head into Week 12. Let's talk about Week 12 games.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, there could be some teams out of the playoffs.
There's going to be some
they don't,
good games going
I think
on
you know where I'm going, who that team might be.
Well, let's talk about these games. Let's go into Week 12 scoreboard. Where do you want to start?
Let's see. I mean, why avoid it? Let's talk about the Moppers against BTR because – I mean, you go to 4-8.
Yep.
I mean, with the point total that's shrinking as every single week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is it. The Moppers must beat me.
Oh yeah, this is. I mean, the Whoppers are definitely in. Every game is the playoffs for the Moppers. There's just no doubt. Do you see hope for Moppers? I mean, not only this week, but they have to pull off all 3 weeks. Victories.
So I'll say this. Against me, I do see a path because although I hate James Cook against Houston tonight, Houston's defense, I think, will give Buffalo trouble. Mm-hmm. And they are playing in Houston, so not loving that. But on the reverse, Nico against Buffalo, I see potentially a good week or a good start there.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm being completely transparent, as they say. I look at his lineup and I'm not worried.
Yeah, there's a lot of green check marks on your side of the ball.
You know, it's Mahomes against Indy. Yeah, I agree. I probably that's a nice matchup. But, you know, I got Stafford. He's got Nakua. So, you know, that Nakua goes off, that probably means Stafford has a pretty good week as well. So that kind of is a nice thing to have.
Yep.
But I mean, when your flex is Michael Wilson, I don't know.
It's hard. That's hard. And
Yeah.
that's a pickup. And
Yeah.
he might get a decent week out of him, but that's, I mean, Harrison's coming back from his appendectomy, and then Wilson. I mean, I guess I can say he's making a play for right now because he knows every game is live or die.
Yeah. And, you know, and flip it. I mean, I got to tell you, I love Barkley against my Dallas Cowboys. That's the night. JSN against Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Pickens, I think, against Philly. Philly's defense is really tough, but I don't mind that matchup for him. You know, Jameson Williams against the Giants, love it. I really don't. The only matchup that I say I don't love is Bowers against Cleveland.
Cleveland's D is tough, but they're not really tough against tight ends. I mean, I don't know that a 15.4 projection is that bad for that matchup.
Yeah. So, and Chase Brown against New England, but you know, I mean, what's my alternative? So, and I'm not expecting him to, you know, get 20 points. But I mean, he's been solid like lately. It's incredible. I don't know where he was, but he's up to like 17th ring. Yeah, running back.
And that offense can get a shot in the arm this week with the addition of Joe Burrow,
who just signed 30 minutes ago to BTR's roster. So, yeah. I mean, I love the thought of riding to the playoffs with 3 Bengals on my team, but hey, you never know.
All right, let's take a pause from Week 10. We got a viewer, Alex. Our floor is 12-14. Emmanuel Wilson or JMO at flex? Emmanuel Wilson, Green Bay running back.
I heard Jacobs practice.
Did Jacobs practice today?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's concerning to me because what's Emmanuel Wilson really going to do? I mean,
if Jacobs plays, then
Right.
then you're not going to get a lot out of that.
Yeah.
If Jacobs is dinged, Jacobs is
He's gonna be
perpetually
dinged.
dinged. He's
Right.
always dinged.
Right.
So,
but that's, so what was the person?
JMO. Jeez, these guys always kill me with the abbreviations. JMO.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I'm going to end up drawing a blank on this either. It's too much.
We apologize
Too
for
much
that.
for me. Yeah.
But what I would say is, if you need this win, I don't see how you can start Emmanuel Wilson.
If
It's-
Sox fan 7687 is weighing in with JMO, so there you go.
Yeah, well, ask him who JMO is so we can
Right.
talk intelligently to this.
And while we wait for that, Coos 30 weighs in with Jamison Williams.
Oh, Jameson Williams.
Yeah,
Okay.
your old
Duh.
friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
the O though is, I guess that's what threw us.
Yeah.
We're old though. See, we don't talk like that. Oh, that's a no-brainer then.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
I
no
already
doubt.
talked
Jamison
about
Williams.
Jameson Williams' matchup is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emmanuel Wilson, like I said, if Jacobs plays, that's going to cut into, and if you need this win, you got to start a guy that's playing, every single, almost every single snap versus a guy that's going to
I agree. I would say Alex Flores check before game time and just make sure about Josh Jacobs' status, because if Josh Jacobs is out, I like Emmanuel Wilson.
And I will agree as well.
I think he could rack up some points.
Yep, and just to back that up in another league I'm in, I picked him up just for that reason.
Yeah.
So I do like the matchup.
It's worth the risk
It
this
is,
time
yeah,
of year
yeah.
to have a player like that.
But
so.
if like you said, if Jacob any practice today, so
Yeah, that's
and it's
that's
only
the
a
problem.
Thursday.
It's
Yeah,
only
that's the
Thursday.
problem. Yeah.
All right, so let's go
Good
back
luck to you.
Good luck, Alex. Make the right choice. Win a game this week. Let us know how you did. And let's go back to Week 12 and BARFF. What game you want to look at next?
All right. I mean, this is a huge game. Let's look at no lineup and worst team ever.
All right, no lineup needed and worst team ever. 2 teams that are streaking. 6-5 for no lineup. 4-7 on a 3-game winning streak. Worst team ever. 144 to 119 projection in favor of no lineup as we sit here on Thursday night. Who takes this game?
I really some of these projections puzzle me, to say the least. So the Tampa, to me, they're struggling on offense, and
They are.
And the line, I think, has issues as well.
Take it from someone who has Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
They're
well,
struggling.
right. And I have them another way. Exactly.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey against Carolina, the projection 26. I don't like Carolina is kind of a tough opponent.
Yeah. That's a
So,
good team.
yeah, that worries me. Lamar 23, I don't know. I think that could be like 40 against the JTS Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So, McCaffrey, I think's over. Gianti, I mean, 15 against
That's
Cleveland.
a hype against Cleveland's
No
D.
way.
That's crazy.
I don't see that
that's a bit
whatsoever
much,
unless
yeah.
they feel they're going to dump the ball. So this 63-37, I got to say it, I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams, I think, could have a big day against Tampa. If Pickens or CD, one of them, I think, so 18, yeah, maybe a little better there. Kelsey, 11, I think he might overproject. So I think it's going to be a dogfight. I don't see it 63-37. I see it like 51-49 for no lineup. But I'm going to call it. I think worst term ever. I'm going to call an upset as long as Warren plays.
Okay.
If he loses Jay and Warren, that's another tough piece to lose. Losing London at this time for him, that kind of stinks. But
Yeah, maybe Kenneth Gainwell can go over 30 points if Jalen Warren doesn't play. Right?
Right?
What happens? This is just the fantasy gods taking fantasy points and
Right.
throwing them away. It's not good. But yeah, these there is upset potential here. I agree with you right there. I don't know if I'm willing to make a call on this one. It's just I just admire like we always talk about how no lineup storms, but just the bravado on worst team ever has me inspired, and so I'm gonna at least give my props to worst team ever for that, and I'm looking forward to seeing the results.
Like I said, it's nice to see it.
It
instead
is.
of the woe is me. It's
I'll be storming.
maybe a married guy that got him out of his funk. I don't know. But
Absolutely. All right. Certainly, if worst team ever does not win out at this point, it's sayonara. So they're in in Moppers land. They're in do or die time. Where are we going now?
Sodi and Huey.
Sodi, Pantloads, and Huey Lewis in the news. Pantloads are basically in must-win territory right now. And the projections, I don't know. I don't know what you can do with these projections. 141.8 to 129.6. I see it as closer than that, but tell me what you think of this game.
Well, how can you say Udunze is going to get 13 points?
I know.
I mean, and he could, because
Or three.
He might throw 20 out there, for
Right.
God's sake. Who knows
Right.
with him? Drake May against Cincy. At 29, I think that's like dead on. Robinson, I feel good with the 20. Javonte Williams definitely is going to get some carries against Philly. They're going to have to, otherwise, they'll destroy Dak.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith against Dallas, he's usually shows up. I think, the point total for Sodi, I think, it's going to be pretty close. Flip on the other side, Jonathan Taylor against Kansas City. So, there's a possibility Daniel Jones, I don't know, calf, maybe he does play, doesn't play, but that leads me to believe they're going to rely heavily on Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And, Jonathan Taylor, man, this could be a 40-point week.
Uh-huh.
And that scares me, that matchup. I don't know, is Dart going to actually play?
I think Dart will play.
You think Dart?
He's back at practice. He's running the first team, but he hasn't cleared protocol yet. So it could be a last second go with Jamison Williams, or Jameis Winston. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I think Dart will probably play.
Yeah, but he's just like one hit away. I never trust any projections on Justin Jefferson anymore.
Yeah.
I think Huey's going to lose again. I think Sodi's going to cement their chances for the playoffs, and they're going to pull it out this week.
The only thing that I don't like about Huey's lineup this week is Trey Tucker. Tucker he picked up, and I get it. There's really no one else in Las Vegas, but that hasn't really benefited Trey Tucker lately either, and so that offense seems to be grinding to a halt.
They played Dallas, and they couldn't score a lot of points against Dallas.
Right.
So I'm with you on that.
It's terrible. Also, what a testament to Jonathan Taylor's season that when you see that he has an average of 20 or a projection of 20.9, you think that might be a little
kind of low. Yeah, I know.
Great problem to have.
Yeah, so it's just an incredible season so far for him.
Absolutely. All right, where are we going now?
Well, let's go. It's another game. Beans against the Rifle. Beans lose.
Ooh, boy.
It's they break out the clubs.
He's
on the links.
This is Boston Beans 4-7 taking on Springfield Rifle at 3-8. Right now the projected totals have it 126.2 to 99.6 for the Beans. Do you agree with these projections?
Well, we got Emmanuel Wilson in there, so he doesn't get
right.
And the Rifle doesn't get Emmanuel Wilson. Well, that means they got Jacobs. Okay, so I guess that.
That was a smart plan.
Hollywood Brown in there. That's interesting. Cooper Kupp, interesting. Not exactly.
Yeah.
It is. Oh boy, this is. Look at that Beans team on paper. Again, I'll come back to after the draft. We said this guy's got Hurts. He's got Chase. He's got A.J. Brown.
Yeah, how did we let this happen?
How did this happen? So, you know what? I'm buying this prediction all the way. I think the Beans saves their season at least for one more week.
All right.
And, they keep the titleists in the box, and he's pulling this one out.
Yeah, he's got good matchups. I don't like the Jared Goff play, even against the Giants.
Right.
It's a soft secondary, but they do get pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
Jared Goff and Sam Darnold last week against pressure.
Yeah. Not
awful.
good. Not
Just
good at
awful.
all.
Dragging their
Which
teams
killed
down.
you because
Oh, yeah.
he had St. Brown wide
Yeah, he
open a
couldn't
bunch of
find him.
times, and it wasn't even close
Couldn't
getting him
find
to
him.
the ball. Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
Yep. And that logo, that's a beautiful Boston
is.
Beans logo. That's
Some of his best work right there for the
that's-
Beans.
That's quality work. I didn't realize he was that skilled in graphic design. Before we move on from Beans and the Rifle, while people are admiring the Beans logo, Miami-esque as it is, let's take another viewer question. Luke Cleary, 71517. Woody Marks or Emmanuel Wilson this week?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
That's a really good one. So to me, Woody Marks, his arrow's pointing up.
Yeah.
You look at Buffalo. I think Buffalo struggles to stop the run.
Yeah.
And again, going back to Wilson, with Jacobs, I don't know if you have to win this week or not win this week, but I'm probably starting Woody Marks.
Okay. Woody Marks is playing that Buffalo game.
Yeah, you got to make that call now, which
boy.
that's the tough part because
Boy.
yeah,
Yep.
because you're in bed with Wilson if you don't start Marks tonight.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
For safety wise,
You're
right?
you're in so much trouble. You got to go Woody Marks,
Yeah.
or else you're just screwing yourself. So
And Buffalo's D again, I think they're susceptible to the run. So
Yeah.
I'd start Marks.
I'd go Marks too. You can't get yourself in a position where Josh Jacobs goes and you're stuck with a player that's getting a handful of carries.
Because I don't know what your waiver wire looks like, but
Ugh.
none of them are going to be as good as Woody Marks. So
If you're looking for a running back, just
Yeah.
put your own name into the search, and maybe you get lucky and you'll be able to play and score a point because that's what you got in the waiver wire.
yeah.
we
Now
talked
the
about.
other, if you have Josh Jacobs and Wilson's your handcuffed, and
different.
then so I'll reverse it then. If you have either or,
Yeah.
then it's a safe play that you can go with that.
Now, Luke Clear, I'm Woody. We're Woody Marks this week. Good luck. I hope that you make the right call, and I hope that it gets you a win. Let us know how it goes. All right, well, back to Week 12 action. Where are we going next?
Well, another big game, more for you than the Eagles because they're already at the 100% in the playoffs.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Knuckleheads taking on Soaring Eagles. Soaring Eagles are sitting comfortably in the playoffs with their 8-3 record. Knuckleheads scuffling along at 6-5. Right now, the projections on Thursday have the Knuckleheads pulling this one out 129 to 121. Walt, do you believe those projections?
I got to tell you, I don't know, did you have Purdy on your roster or just a pickup?
As of this morning.
I love that pickup.
Yeah.
He looked great.
Yeah, had to do it.
I think that's a phenomenal pickup. Did I see Ramonde might be able to suit
He
up
might.
this week?
That hurts.
Yeah.
He's coming back at some point.
But
so.
let's face it, though. Drabel, I think, is going to ride the hot hand. I mean, how could you, after last week, and then a long amount of rest for Henderson.
I agree.
So I love that. St. Brown, there's got to be a bounce back there.
That's Goff dependent,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I never, like my Cincinnati Bengals, I never love having two Colts in the lineup at one time. But, I mean, Pittman's due for a bounce back.
Yeah.
So, overall, I do like your matchups. But, look at the Eagles. Walker against Tennessee. Not too shabby there. Devontae against Tampa. Oof, boy. Yeah, I'm looking at this. So, Josh Allen against Houston. I don't know why. I get a bad feeling he's going to struggle.
Yeah, Houston's D's play
Really well, right?
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
It's hard to bet against Josh Allen. But
It is tough.
You can't ignore the fact that he doesn't have a great supporting cast.
No,
and Houston's
exactly.
got a decent D. So even if Josh Allen is held to 20 points, it's a benefit to me.
I would be thrilled if
Yeah.
you hold him to 20 points.
Yeah, but if he goes off for another 30
40
point
points.
odyssey, then
You're going to be
I'm
behind the 8 ball then.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling I think you're going to pull it out.
screwed. All right,
And
I like it.
And lock up your trip to the playoffs.
That would be nice because I got to tell you, it feels a little bit tenuous right now. I'm hoping
And I understand you.
I'm hoping for good things from Brock Purdy because Mayfield and Darnold at various points in the season, people were talking about MVPs and things like that, and now that's Drake May right now.
Mayfield's just getting killed out there.
He's in Josh Allen's category, except he's not as talented
mobile.
as Josh
Right,
Allen.
exactly. And
he's got no supporting cast. And Sam Darnold is slowly before our eyes turning back into Sam Darnold.
He's so bad when you put him under pressure.
Yeah. So many picks the last few weeks. It's not. I can't put him in a lineup until he shows me that was an aberration. He was hung over or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you almost got to look at saying, the only way you play him is on teams that can't generate a lot to pressure on the quarterback. Because then he's really good.
Yeah.
You can let him have time in the pocket. He's a good quarterback.
It's nothing like a clean pocket to make a good quarterback.
Yeah, no doubt.
You just can't bet money on that because that's not terrific.
For sure.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's a tight projection. Soaring Eagles is on a hot streak. They are certainly one of the hottest teams in the league, and we'll see. We'll see if Knuckleheads can pull it out.
Yeah, I mean, this time next week, we could be talking about how both of us are in the playoffs.
That would be a great guy. I'd love that show.
I'm not going to lie. That would be a really nice show to be talking like that.
I would love that show.
You got that right.
All right, who's left?
That's it.
Yeah, that's Week 12 slate. Every game is a playoff determiner, it seems. Everyone is working the waiver wire, working the trades. Look at Soaring Eagles is a team that was at one point, I think they were 2-3.
Yeah, I was worried for them. Yep.
And they made the moves, and now they're just streaking their way towards the top of the standings. We've got other teams doing the same, a lot of similar business.
But it's been, I don't know if it seems like the trade talk has kind of.
Last couple of weeks, it's died down.
It's died down quite a bit,
It's died down. I will say on our app, I didn't really realize about the chat feature, and so people have thrown me some trades over the course of the season that I simply never saw. So, I guess that's a testament to
we might have to
oldness.
include that as a sin of the.
Right. Yeah, know your app.
Yeah, know your app. Exactly. Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Because, know your deadlines, know that. Because a lot of people forget about stuff like that. Yeah.
It's not
very
great.
true.
Not great. I saw a couple emails, but I missed these chats. So that's my fault. All right. So that's week 12. We got 3 weeks left in the regular season.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I'm going to take one last peek at the chat. It was great for people to weigh in. We always love to have the involvement. Phone lines were a little quiet tonight, but no, we are caught up. So thank you to Alex Flores 1214, Luke Cleary 71517, Coos, who also chimed in with a bean stink because we got to make sure that we get that in.
Always right in the world when I hear the bean stink.
Sox fan 7687 and Nick KB3PT all weighed in, made it a fun show, so we appreciate that. We got check the channel for some additional content that we've thrown out. We did the 7 Deadly Sins. We did the Ride or Dies. A lot of good movement. We got the Wednesday waiver show coming out. We did Things I Hate About Fantasy Football. Check that out as a short if you haven't seen it yet. And outside of that, check your lineups and say your prayers because we are heading into the home stretch right now.
No, it's stress time. Forget about the holidays. Fantasy football players are way more stressful.
Never mind turkey or presents or any of that. Yep. Fantasy football, people. Let's do it. Get your priorities straight. All right, that's our show for tonight. Walt, thanks. While I'm handing out thanks for coming all the way down and making the show great.
Love being here.
All right, everybody. Good luck to all.
Good luck, everyone.
Here we go. BARFF Fantasy Football. We got the podcast going. BARFF Fantasy Football.
Got the slow version.